Tonight, two of football's biggest nations meet in one of most anticipated matches of the 2026 FIFA World Cup. England versus Argentina. A World Cup semi-final, a place in Sunday's final against Spain at stake. And for both countries, this is much more than just another football match. England are now only one victory away from reaching their first men's World Cup final in 60 years. Not since 1966 have England reached the biggest match in international football. That was also the only time England lifted the World Cup. Since then, generations of talented players have carried the same hopes, faced the same pressure, and usually suffered the same painful ending. But this England team now has another opportunity to change that history. Thomas Tuchel's side have not always played perfect football during this tournament, but they have shown resilience. They defeated the Democratic Republic of Congo in the round of 32. They survived a difficult match against Mexico, and in the quarter-final they came from behind to defeat Norway and secure a place in the Final Four. England has shown that even when they are struggling, they can stay in matches, respond under pressure, and find a way to win. That quality may be essential tonight, because standing in their way are the defending world champions. Argentina arrive in Atlanta with one of the greatest footballers of all time still at the center of their team, Lionel Messi. Even at this stage of his career, Messi remains capable of deciding a match with one pass, one free kick, or one moment of brilliance. But Argentina are not simply a one-man team. Several different players have scored during this tournament, and their success has been built around experience, organization, and a powerful collective belief. They know how to handle major occasions, they know how to survive difficult moments, and most importantly, they know how to win a World Cup. Argentina are now trying to become the first country in more than 60 years to successfully defend the Men's World Cup. For England, the tactical challenge is clear. How do they stop Lionel Messi without becoming so focused on him that you leave space for Argentina's other attacking players? England must remain disciplined. Their midfield will need to control possession, limit Argentina's passing lanes, and prevent Messi from receiving the ball in dangerous areas. But England cannot simply defend. They must also impose themselves on the match. Jude Bellingham has the opportunity to announce himself on one of the football's biggest stages. Harry Kane will be expected to lead the attack, and England's wide players could be crucial if Argentina defend narrow. This could become a constant between Argentina's experience and England's physical strength, between Messi's creativity and Bellingham's energy, between one team defending its crown and another trying to end 60 years of disappointment. But this fixture also carries decades of history. England and Argentina have produced some of the most controversial and unforgettable matches in World Cup history. In 1966, England defeated Argentina on their way to winning the tournament. In 1986, Diego Maradona scored both the infamous Hand of God goal and one of the greatest individual goals ever seen at a World Cup. In 1998, David Beckham was sent off as Argentina eliminated England on penalties. And most recently, in 2022, Beckham returned to score the winning penalty when England finally gained a measure of revenge. Every generation seems to add another chapter. Tonight, Lionel Messi, Jude Bellingham, Harry Kane, and their teammates will write the next one. England's manager Thomas Tuchel says his players are focused on the future rather than the history of this rivalry. This is probably the sensible approach. History cannot score a goal. Past controversies cannot make a tackle. And memories of 1966 or 1986 will not decide what happens in Atlanta. But they do explain why this match feels different. For the players, it is a semi-final. For millions of supporters like me, it's personal. The winner will face Spain in the World Cup final on Sunday. For Argentina, victory could move them one step closer to defending their title and completing yet another extraordinary chapter in Messi's era. For England, victory would offer the chance to finally end the phrase that has followed the nation for decades, since 1966. So, can England overcome the defending champions and reach their first World Cup final in 60 years? Or will Lionel Messi and Argentina once again break English hearts? Tonight, one of the most greatest rivalries return, and this time, a place in the World Cup final is waiting. Come on, England. This is Global Lens News.